Disregard the time. That is the correct date. Last day of this trip.
Here, I'll take the camera down.
Ready to go to China.
Dad, if you're videoing, come get Allie.
Hey, Allie.
My mom's on.
Don't move, Marilyn.
Allie! No! Come here and dance. Come here.
Come here, Allie.
Don't look at her hair yet. You have to curl it.
Hi.
Dance! Dance!
Pebbles. We're all the way to Los Angeles. Why do you haven't seen anybody? There's an avid flyer waiting in line. We haven't moved in 10 minutes. Pretty soon they're going to tell us the information. Well, they took it off. Oh well.
This is too good to be true. I'm not.
That's everything. Yep. And we're at pushback.
My name is Marianne Clark, and I'm our chief person at Kansas Pacific Flight CX881 nonstop to Hong Kong. On board, we have Captain from Hong Kong, Korea, Japan, Indonesia.
Look out.
Goodbye, land.
San Jose down there. There's San Francisco. Way underneath there. You can barely see it. That's what he's been doing. He has a route he takes. And he takes the San Francisco route. Now we just make a left turn.
That's not.
We're on our way to Beijing. Bye.
Bob? Hi.
Hi, Bob. How you doing?
I'm just trying to get a little clarity on these interviews.
Out there in China.
Can you see?
Forget that time. It's not 2:23. It's now the 31st. Just like home. It's just like Kansas City, somebody Pascal said.
You want me to hold it?
Really? That's brown. He's going down.
Airplane crossing.
Well, a plane went by. I think it's... Gotta go through customs. Let's go through customs.
This afternoon, we just have one sightseeing. Just we after your lunch and relax at the hotel, will just do the Forbidden City or the Temple of Heaven. Depends on you. If they live in the city proper, and the other 5 million live on the outskirts of Beijing.
It's bigger than Los Angeles.
And over there, you see we are passing a group of white building with green roof on the top. That's a newly built, better condition of the high-rise buildings. All these high-rise buildings are within 6 stories high. They have no elevators in it. And there's over 6 stories high. They all have elevators like this high-rise. But you see the elevators doesn't work for 24 hours a day. It's just for certain hours. So in the morning, most time it starts from 8:30, and in the afternoon, in the evening after 10 o'clock, definitely no elevator. So that's why most people still prefer to live in a lower building, a lower floor.
Yeah, especially the older people.
Oh, sure. But anyhow, you may find here people are more healthy. The hotel is designed by the Chinese engineers. It's building. It's also a 5-star hotel. That's Hard Rock Cafe, and this one is only opened
That's where we're staying.
in May this year. Your hotel is very near to this place, so that's your hotel.
Oh, that's so exciting.
Yeah, that's a great
Right, yeah. That's where we're eating lunch.
Hard Rock Cafe.
Now we know we're eating lunch.
Eating those
Safer.
This is the old embassy, not new.
That's
Are these-
all of the old embassies. Yes, there are altogether 128 foreign embassies located around this place. Altogether, 3 blocks joined together. This is for the foreign embassies. The American embassy is about 2 blocks away.
Survival of the fittest.
Yeah. Might have been the one on the bicycle.
下雨吗？
就是不太好，今天下午有事儿了，要不然的话，咱们那个焦左就被人晒死了。
So you see most of the people, they ride a bicycle for a while and then they change the subway, come to their factory or working place. So the subway is used a lot by the local people. And the subway in Beijing is very clean and safe, but it's very, very crowded. Because you see now the above.
Are the bicycle rules the same as car rules on the road?
No, you see that most time the sidest way is for the bike, for the bicycle. You see, and these lines are just for nearer to the bicycle lines, the public buses. Oh, the small car is the sidest, is the inside line. But most time the bicycle just ignore, they never pay attention to the traffic law because the policemen never find the people ride the bicycle. They just most time to cut the drivers. And on your right, you see that's the free market. We call it a free market. Doesn't mean this doesn't charge anything. Just means that you can bargain with them. That's privately owned. So this is the old town area. We are approaching to the city. You know, the Forbidden City is exactly at the center of Beijing. And the Forbidden City, you see, because it's built 500 years ago, even now the government want to protect that area. So around the Forbidden City, no high-rise building can be built. You know that 50 years ago, Beijing just like that. No, just all of them are flat houses, even no higher buildings in Beijing. quite a long time. Until 1949, China was liberated and New China was founded, and this emperor was sent back. Yeah, and when he sent back, he was still in his hometown's prison. That's Changchun. The city is called Changchun. And then until 1957, just for his good behavior, he was just released.
The movie Last Emperor. Yeah, that was a cool story. So it's like the family they still have a family.
Actually, the emperor, most of his closest relatives are still in Beijing. This emperor, he has no children at all, you know. Yeah, he just when he was in prison, his empresses all left him. He got divorced with them, and later when he released from the prison, he married and got again with a nurse, and this nurse is still alive. This lady is now in Beijing.
But no power.
Of course, all of his relatives actually, they are all common people now. But some of them already entered in the government in a higher position. And anyhow, most 小柴柴子明的闺女，我觉得混杂。
他都回来了。
他说了干什么？妈的，咱哪儿没去过对吧？
他上美国了。
他没上美国，他上日本了。
上日本？日语吗？
他丈夫都没混下去回来。Actually have 4 gates. They are all located at the 4 different directions. And that's one of them. And later our bus will drive directly to the southern gate of the Forbidden City. At that place, we'll just go through the Forbidden City. We are going to spend at least 1 hour and 30 minutes inside this Forbidden City.
Yes. Are there any bathrooms?
Only for humans, right?
Right.
Forbidden anyway.
That's forbidden.
一会儿我到后门去，在停车场里要是没有，我就到那个右边的树林里，就右手找不是一个厕所吗？
行。
出去以后右转不一个厕所，我把我车开那里，好不好？
And now you can look at on your left, you see there is a city moat. This city moat is about 50 meters wide on the average, and that's for the security of the Forbidden City. And on the right, you see that's the 10-meter high wall. That's the outer wall for the Forbidden City. And you see the barbers here, and it's easy for them here to make money. They just shave for the people because here they can escape tax. So you can see they all have a bicycle nearby. If the tax officer come here, they ride the bicycle quickly away. It's much cheaper than to do that than in the barber shop.
Bicycle. Never know. Everywhere. Hey, we should do is keep it moving.
Okay, this line, please.
Okay, get in there, Robert. Check your mic.
Now I heard something.
This guy's been begging for money from everybody.
I can tell. Okay. Show us what's up.
Did you get a...
Hey! What are your thoughts? Look at their gargoyles on the end.
Yes. That's what I'm looking at.
You got telephoto?
Yeah.
What are they, like lions and dogs? A lot of work.
So now come this way. You can have a look of the front. You see there are 5 marble bridges in front of you, and that's called Jade Belt Bridge. And you see that these 5 marble bridges also means the 5 classes, just like we enter the gate. The middle one is for the emperor, and on both sides for the emperor's families and high-ranking officials. And also these 5 marble bridges symbolize the 5 arrows shooting to the sky to report to the God of heaven what the emperor on the earth was doing.
So a commoner hadn't stepped foot in here until when? 19...
Like 25. Yeah, when the last emperor was finally dethroned. If I was going to rent that film before I came here,
Yeah, I'd seen it so many years ago, I'd forgotten
really?
too.
I've never seen it.
Good one.
Super looking water. Covered with little green stuff.
Here, she's heading this way. Let's take a picture over there
Okay.
by this line.
There's a Coca-Cola line.
This is cheap.
Here in China.
Excuse me.
Which one is Chinese?
Tour this way. Now in front of you, you see there's a large map to show you the arrangement of this Forbidden City. This Forbidden City, just like I told courtyard at that time, just for the emperor to have the large ceremony. At that time, the emperor sat inside the building straight ahead, and on both sides, the high-ranking officials stand on both sides. So whenever the emperor passes his command, he will pass that to one of his close eunuchs and let this eunuch to tell the particular emperor what emperor to tell him. And also around, you see the big water baths. You see around the big ones. And all of these ones are at that time full of water in case of fire, because the building mainly made of wood. And also on both sides, you see the subsidiary halls. On the left, that building is for some famous interpreter.
Oh, there's a crane.
Yeah.
A turtle.
Yes.
Where?
And now you just look around. We are just walking through
That's a heron.
floor of steps up. And you see on this small courtyard, you see there are incense burners. There are altogether 18. These 18 incense burners symbolize the 18 provinces existing in the Qing dynasty. But now in our country, we have 29 provinces. And over there at the corner, you can see there is a marble sundial. It's served as a clock at that time. Over there, you can see there is a marble pavilion. Right. Underneath, there is a bronze palace. And this one, you see, is just at that time just symbolized the emperor just like a palace. But you see, also as a national measurement, when the farmers deliver their production, must be judged by this pavilion. And you see the crane and turtle, they are incense burners. At the back, there is a door, just put the incense in it, and later the smoke come out with the mouth.
Yeah, more than he could handle. Unless he was,
More than you could ever see.
This is a nymphomaniac.
Isn't that bamboo?
Yeah, looks like it. Yeah, it's all wooden. Top part. I'm wondering if that green is.
See, that's tile. Is that
Also incense burners.
where they sure like the incense?
Well, where was the throne?
Over there.
Over there, right up there. Right on top.
Yeah, right on top.
See where the seat is?
Yeah.
Oh, how neat.
Is that real gold?
That's gold leaves.
Gold leaf.
Yeah, these 24 karat, yeah, the
Yeah.
leaves. They use them to make those gold picture frames too. I've seen them do it. It's quite interesting. They pound them on to it.
Huh.
Paint them onto it.
Handmade marble floor. Man-made marble floor. And the actual throne. Oh, I wish there were lights so you could see the ceiling better, huh? That's like gold leafing on the columns.
It's become an imperial garden for this palace, because later we are past the garden inside this palace. But the emperor later thought the garden was too small, so he made this place become his garden. And also over there at the corner, you can see there is another building, a white pagoda. Did you see that?
Yeah.
And that's called the Beijing Park. the famous Imperial restaurant is located inside that place. So that's the Beihai Park used to be the second capital in Kublai Khan's time, and that's Beijing at that time was his second capital. Yeah.
So you say Kublai Khan.
Kublai Khan. Yeah.
Because it's interesting.
唔係呢度係嘛？係。皇帝喺度瞓覺。唔係坐喺度睇電視。哦。電視機擺。坐喺度打籃球啊。
電視機喺呢度就高你哋睇唔到。Yellow clean it, they can warm their hands and feet. Yeah.
I have to mow the roof. That's part of the communist government offices over there.
And here you see this building is called the last building. The old town is called the next floor. The emergency cases, he can escape.
Not you. They show that in the movie.
Oh yeah. Yes. There's I think
Pomegranate?
pomegranate. Yeah.
That's symbolic.
Yeah, that means because more sounds means more happiness. But now it's impossible. That's the family planning system.
Only eunuchs could enter this area.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Cecilia will take care of it.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. That's right. Yeah. Oh. And now you see we are here in this small courtyard, and this building actually is the first building in the living quarter. You know, in the Ming and Qing dynasty, the emperor just spent their winter, mainly their winter time inside this area. And also you see in the Qing dynasty, they divided these concubines into different levels. In the Qing dynasty, there are altogether 5 levels. And you see, this middle part at that time is mainly for the emperor. Actually, the emperor can live in any room he wants, but you see that's on both sides mainly for the 2 empresses. And here you may notice that after you see them, you may find the rooms are very small because they are small room easy to get the heating in the winter time in Beijing. And here there is a piece of prop, just a piece of cloth, and this one just put here to show the dignity of the emperor and also for decoration. Have the bigger rooms because the concubines have several of them live in one room. So later I will take you to look at that.
That's the room where the last emperor lived in the 20s. It was driven out.
This wall, I mean, it's just there for no reason.
Okay, you see that the Chinese people, they pay a lot of attention to the decoration. You see, that's as soon as they step inside one of the building, they like there is a picture in front of them. They don't like to see the building directly. Yeah, so that's in this way to show privacy. So that's when the store closed, there used to be a picture or 2 characters. You see, there is 2 characters for the decoration. So most time that's only for decoration. This means prosperous and also victory.
I'd like to have those on my roof in Hollywood.
And actually the clocks here are always for decoration, never for function.
These those are all bamboo. 看它们这个树多漂亮，你不照着。
This is the Imperial Garden.
这是花园的。
这不是西路。
御花园。
对对对，御花园。
散步的地方。如果这样，很漂亮。哇，你这样I don't know。
他们俩也那视频打出来的。
这不照个相？
玉花里面要看的。
这个是什么啊？在张果子。
当果子，当橄榄。
These are not rooms, these are pavilion buildings. These are for the emperor to stay there, to enjoy the scenery. And over there you see there is two small rooms like this pavilion, and there is another one exactly the same on the other side. That's for the emperor, the last emperor. This one for him to study English, and the other one just for him to study mathematics.
He had a room for different studies.
Now, where did the rocks come from?
These are rocks from the southern part of Empress Dowager. They have that. Most of them.
Oh, I thought even the men did.
No.
Oh.
You mean the ones with the long beards and the long nails?
Yeah, I thought they had long fingernails too.
Where are you going?
Where are you going?
I'm gonna look in here.
That's right, barking. You gotta keep those two in there.
Okay, we'll leave you guys here.
Did we see that building? I get the impression we skipped something.
Yeah, I don't remember the green and the... Stand over there and I'll take a picture.
No, this one you see that the tar put on it to protect them from the worms. You may.
Oh, she's focusing.
Is it out of focus?
All right.
Regal? Yeah.
No way. Really?
Oh, that's a guy.
Fired him after the party.
She fired him.
Well, you know what happened? What, he was in the bathroom with the car?
Pascal!
I just said whatever all of you were thinking.
Okay, here is you see that's the major part of this garden, and there's the private temple for the emperor and his family. And this temple is closed even since 1949. So this part has never been opened to the public.
What is it?
It's just a
Temple of
worship. There used to be a temple for worshiping for the emperor in the emperor's time, but this place never opened to us.
Oh, I hear the thunder.
Yeah.
You just made it.
Staying during the winter fire with
Actually, this says I don't think so, but at the other place.
Gets more humid the further into it you go.
Yes, most of them. Yes.
I don't remember that. I remember.
You know what they do? Cement them together?
They want the emperor like a string shape of rocks. So that means a kind of metal.
No, it doesn't.
So they just put it here for the decoration.
Japanese same way. They're like this.
They learned from us.
Well, they learned how to write from you.
That's right.
Oh my.
What is it, half of their
I
characters?
don't know what I'm doing.
Yeah.
All of them?
You will so you guys are like wait.
They have some of them waiting at home. There is a floor of steps just for the emperor to go upstairs at that time to enjoy the scenery for this garden.
This is probably like down. No.
5 minutes.
5 minutes. 5 minutes. But come buy your forbidden shirt.
I don't. That's the Forbidden City. What a deal that was.
For the coins then?
Oh yeah, exactly the same value.
It's just that you
Yeah.
pay for it.
Yes.
You know, in Hong Kong, the different currencies sometimes.
Here, that's the 2 yuan note. Here, our money, paper money, very, very poor. So even one located at the Great Wall.
Do they make it well, you don't know. Do they? Because the Chinese eat a fair amount of fried chicken too anyway, don't they? And some of their dishes are fried chicken.
Yeah, actually I think that the Chinese people, especially people in Beijing, we really like that just because we do not know how to cook fast food. We do not have that. So that's why. And especially the children, they really like the flavor.
See, what about phones? Do all the businesses have phone now? The phone system?
No, the phone system is very bad here.
Very bad.
Actually, if you start that business in China, you will make a lot of money. Yeah.
We met him last week.
On the left, you see this building is a China Foreign Affairs Ministry. You know the phone system here, that's especially like the other people, they do not have. We just use the public telephone. It's not convenient at all.
Is that why they use cellular phones? So
That's
much?
right, that's right.
So you don't have to wait to install, you just use the cellular.
Yeah.
How much is a hamburger?
A hamburger, just like we have the McDonald's, there the hamburger will cost you about 那个一个麦当劳那一个那什么多少钱啊？就那汉堡包。
一个汉堡包
8块。
六块多吧。
8块8，哎呀$1, $1 one hamburger。
If you like McDonald's, you better.
No graffiti on the buses, though.
Yeah.
Happy New York.
我记得是5点，所有地方。
要不然我们4点钟出来了，本来应该4点半，他们非要去买，那我没办法。我跟他们说，我说进去可以5分钟，他们不听，那确认不上不我。
明天能不能确认成内勤？
我们南天勤绝对不管，打死不管。海外够呛，我跟他说了吧，看不行。
Gee,
Yes.
the gentleman in the green with the green hats, are they police? They just went by in bikes.
General.
Oh yeah, that's police. Yes.
Right there.
Why,
It's like, where's your bill?
man.
Bill, are you the Larry Greiner? Some of you
I get
guys.
something from my father. He's turning 60. Is there a color in it?
Diapers then, and then they just clean up.
Lama Temple was built in 1694.
Where is it?
Used 6 years to build. At the beginning, this is not a temple. It was a residence for a prince in the Qing dynasty. And later, this prince became an emperor. When he moved to the Forbidden City, the former residence was turned into a temple because according to the law at that time, this building cannot be used for any other purpose unless it's turned into a temple. And because the Qing rulers all believe in Lamaism, so it's turned into a Lama temple. And this Lama temple was best preserved by the army during the Cultural Revolution. It was made in China. You see that we have two kinds of bicycle. One is like this man ride. There's a very traditional one, the old style. Just only one speed. And there is that's the made in China. That's the best brand is called the Phoenix. That's made in Shanghai. So Shanghai can make best quality of bicycle.
I want to ask what
And
it is.
the other one is
don't
now
really
we
know.
have the joint venture. We maybe have
Tells you
10,
kids with no
15
diapers.
speed. That's the joint venture between China and Denmark. That's in the southern of China. But that one will be very expensive. You see, for the
And so we stopped for a restroom break. And an hour later, we're still here, having a wonderful time at the Friendship Store, government owned.
side on your left, you can see there is a quarry. The big quarry is full of stones. Most of stones are granites. And around this quarry, there is a big cement factory. And here around us, you can see the big mountain area. And these mountains are called Swallow Mountains. It's about 1,000 meters above sea level. So the Great Wall is located on these big mountains. On your right, you can see this railway. This railway is the oldest one appeared in the Chinese history. You see, this railway was built almost 100 years ago at the end of the Qing dynasty, and it was designed by very famous Chinese visitors to the Great Wall. And without the shuttle bus, you have to walk about 1 hour come to the entrance area. So it's very difficult for the foreigners. Then that's why we no longer use the train. Only in the winter time when this road covered with snow. So that means dangerous for the cars. That's why we use a train in the winter time sometimes. And also you see at the Great Wall, from here you can take the train from Beijing to Mongolia, and even furthermore you can go to Moscow. If you take a train from Beijing to Moscow, it will take you 7 days and nights. Old section of the Great Wall, and this Great Wall was built almost 2,000 years ago from the ancient time from the Qing dynasty.
Where?
Just 2,000 years ago, just roughly at 475 BC to 221 BC, China was occupied by 7 different kingdoms. Each one covers one part of China. And each one just want to make the other one just built section by different kingdoms. They just want to hold their own territories. But you see, after 221 BC, there is an emperor, a very strong emperor. He defeated the other 6 emperors. He became the only one emperor in China. His dynasty is called the Qin dynasty. So yesterday you mentioned the terracotta. That's from this emperor's tomb. And this emperor, when he defeated the other 6 emperors, he just decided to collect all of the separated walls altogether. This took him about 10 years.
Maybe we should buy some water, Bob.
Why was it? Yeah. You want to carry it up? Go ahead and get some.
You pay more money for it.
Anybody want
How much was it?
5 a piece, 5 yen a piece. One.
It was icy.
Yeah.
That is good. Up there is the real wall. Welcome to Disneyland. Well, find it. We're not alone.
Yeah, there's a lot of people.
Not alone.
Hey, somebody's invading me.
Okay, gang. The NBA on the Great Wall. You're dying. You want one?
See what kind of deal you can cut. Yeah, could we? Here, I'm not gonna.
Oh, the water. I put my camera, I'm like, no.
Bart Simpson makes it here too.
Where do you want to be?
Lots of people on the Great Wall.
Hey, where's the button? I'm sorry.
At least it's a nice day.
Yeah, it's very nice.
Yes, and you could start making some money somewhere.
That's right. So now you can see that's the Mongolian side at that time. So this place is just for them to put the gun, and here that's mainly for cannon. And also you see that's for people, for the people to just shoot them using the arrows. They contributed to building this Great Wall. They give money so that their names come over there. And here you see that this is the place for the soldiers to go down in the evening time, and their camps is somewhere nearer to this place. Sorry. So that's the place for them to go down.
How do they go through tunnels?
Yes, there are tunnels
right out
to
here.
go out.
You
Yeah.
can see it leads
So there are
down to
camps at that place, this place in the ancient time.
You gotta get it here.
Yeah, if only you got that. All right, bird. Woo! Woo! The Beastie Boys! Woo!
先紧张相啊，看一下1分钟。
That's funny.
This part is your basic steep part.
Oh, you got ice.
I know, I thought you did too.
Oh man, I didn't get ice.
There you go.
There's a camel.
It's a taxi. Hey, there's a cab over there. Taxi.
Yep, 2-hump cab.
Hey, Celia. There goes Bob, the animal Bob. Look at how it's worn. More.
就这样子，
这个路还要。
这个都不要，就光把这和那两个站在那儿，对吧？
I wonder what happens if you run up there.
No, and one of the
That's so
advertisements on TV, they have the soccer team
Yeah,
playing top soccer on the Great Wall.
is that right?
Yeah. Bob, I'll get you in a picture.
Okay, got some purple flowers in here.
Here, hold me on. Let us get you when you get us.
All right, you dropped something. Your water.
Here, give us your camera. Bobby,
抱着那墙边儿。
where do I do this?
Okay, just slip this guy.
Hey guys!
Yeah, Bill.
等一下人走的时候，别把这些留下。
This is not a video camera.
Yeah, I know. Come on.
Move up a little bit, Bob. We're trying to get a picture.
You haven't had the what?
Goes around way up there, down here. I don't know whether I got this spider or not.
It's hard going down, I hear, right?
Ancient Mongolian
For some reason, for me, it's
traders from the east and the north.
I think because I'm tall going up, I
Toilets.
was trying to hold on to
Oh,
this
and bending over.
and bending over, and it's so down is easier.
Almost to my...
It's a pretty lady. Everyone wants to take a picture of her red hair. A little steep here. This thing jumps at me, I'm falling off the wall.
You better not fall off the wall.
There's, I finally got a focus picture of the thing. Beautiful little slider. Hope it's friendly. So the old mortar, I suppose. Brakes have fallen off. The guns go through these holes. And people have carved their names all over. Somebody just dropped a hot dog wrapper over the side.
You have to get
Yeah,
the ground.
because you're. Yeah, I got the wet angle on.
Yeah.
Look at her face.
Oh, this is good. Hold on. I feel it. I'm so used to
You're
it.
possessed.
Sorry, because I'm short.
One leg shorter than the other.
That's it. Okay, Pat.
Get her before she falls. She's getting tired. She's gonna fall over.
Thanks. I have to see how that looks. Do you want to go on? Go.
Yeah, I'm not gonna do it.
This is the top.
Go.
I don't know.
Well, I like it.
It's out. This is where they haven't rebuilt it. Now, who rebuilt it?
Government.
Recently.
They've been working on it. I didn't know.
So all this is just rebuilt stuff. But over there is for real.
Oh, lightning round. Satellite camera. Satellite.
That's where Mongolians came. Called us up in the air.
I thought it was going to be harder to get up on the same car.
No, she says more expensive.
More of the broken
Well,
wall.
those are the ruins there.
Yep. We came up from there. And yes, we're hot and tired.
But it's not every day you get to go to the Great Wall.
That's right.
But we're here.
But we're here.
Yes, we are.
And over here is something. Means something to somebody. Probably a pagoda for worship.
In the Chinese, they don't have pagodas, do they?
She used that word a couple of times.
You're gonna make it over there and make it back in 45 minutes?
Yeah, we'll run.
I really never thought I'd be here.
She can wait for us.
Actually, we're not here. This is all a
Virtual reality.
this is really a sound stage.
Yeah?
This is it.
Not the end. Don't jump.
He wants more.
That's pretty neat. You can get a nice shot right up through here.
There's the real wall. Not that this ain't real.
See, the Chinese are like the French. They never thought the Mongols would go around.
Yeah, not so guilty.
Well, that's that. Pretty valley. Didn't notice that valley till now.
Yeah, they must get a high rainfall.
Great place to build a golf course. Let's go, Bill. That's where Maryland Stop is the highest point. There's that little pagoda or whatever it is. And it's called down. Way down. Okay, starting.
It's still red.
Yeah, you're red.
Here's our quilts. And tablecloths. And t-shirts.
Everybody's happy.
Okay. Did you get a Great Wall t-shirt? Bob got a Great Wall t-shirt. Bob did.
5 men.
say, and I'm thinking, you know, I wonder if I could say to her, I find nice stuff. They should. You know, they just are fascinated here.
I think you ought to start selling. That's a museum. Okay. With balloons.
Chairman Mao is lying on the Tiananmen Square inside his tomb. Some people say that's the wax figures. I believe it's a wax figure. Because it doesn't look like a real one. Wax figure.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they say he is involved. We are not sure. They never tell us the method, what kind of method they use.
You know, in Bonn,
Sacred Road, and just from here.
Being done is the arch.
The emperor will stop his horse at that time, and he was carried on a sedan chair all the way to the tomb area to pay respect to his ancestors in the Ming Dynasty. So around this place altogether, 13 Ming tombs are located. But actually in the Ming Dynasty, we had 16 emperors. 3 of them were not buried in Beijing. You know, the first one was buried in Nanking because at that time Nanking was the Ming Dynasty's capital. And now on the left you can see some fruit trees. Most of them are apple trees. And also later on your right there are some peach trees. You see around this place there are peaches, apples, and also pears. All of these are the major fruits in Beijing. Now in front you can see there is another big building with a yellow roof on the top, and that's called the Red Palace Gate. This big Red Palace Gate was built about 500 years ago, but later it was just put here. Later it collapsed, so it was rebuilt just 5 years ago. And that's the starting of the tomb area. So from here we are going to see the 13 emperors tomb first. After that we'll come back and then.
你捡了半天大饼这个花嘛2块钱。再找我1块。
Utah jazz.
Yeah, really? Utah jazz, sir? Sure.
Yeah.
Hello, family. Hello, teacher.
There's a Ding-a-Ling restaurant.
Oh, that's our national flag. And the middle one, the biggest star, that means the Communist Party. And the 4 small stars, that's the 4 major classes. I told you that day. That's the farmers, workers, students, and soldiers. That tomb was originally built in 1584. Took 6 years to build. So at that time, there were so many buildings inside this tomb. But later, at the end of the Ming Dynasty, this tomb was totally burned down by the farmers' rebellion troops. You just saw the statue on the way. You see the man on the horse, and that's his army just came here and burned down all of the buildings. So later in the Qing Dynasty, some buildings were rebuilt. That's the emperor gave money and to have some important buildings rebuilt, but size was much smaller. And here you see that this is the building. This is the location for the 13 Ming tombs altogether. Just like I told you, we have 13 emperors buried here, and now we are here at the second one. This is the 13th emperor, and that's the only tomb has been excavated so far. The other tombs are all underneath, not open yet.
Why is that?
Why is that? Because the government have no planning for no further planning for that. And when the archaeologists finished the first this first tomb, when they fully excavated that, they asked the Premier Zhou Enlai to ask permission to open another one, and Zhou Enlai said, "I'm not interested in the dead people." So that's why it's stopped. But now it's proved to be a correct decision. Otherwise, the other tombs all will be rooted.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
The red walls are
It looks so similar to the things that were at
Yeah, because the Ming Dynasty, that's a whole dynasty has the same culture, so the style is very similar. Yeah.
So you're saying there's tombs underneath here, or we haven't gotten there yet?
We haven't got there yet. You have to walk many steps down, and then you can see that.
Where did the excavation start? None of this.
No, later you can see the place. I will point out.
But did they suspect it with all these walls there?
Oh, yeah. At that time, even in the old time, there is a walls there. The buildings are just like that, over there, above the ground.
These walls have always shown.
Yes, and even in the Ming Dynasty, when the emperor's tomb was built underneath, and these buildings are above the ground, so people know this which emperor's tomb is that, but they don't know how to go down. Yeah.
So, were the walls rebuilt?
This
kind of bike is
actually
it?
all of the buildings above the ground used to be burned down by the farmers.
Right, and the walls too?
The walls too. And so these were built later in the Qing Dynasty. That's for the police.
Who makes these?
That's made in China.
Yeah.
Made in the military factory.
Yeah.
Brakes are back.
Yeah, women.
Yeah, I mean, everyone is just like
First tunnel from here, and they found the first clue, and second tunnel, and third, and finally they found the underground palace. And now this one is no longer the entrance, so it's closed. Well, like the other people use it, because on the spiritual road later to take photos only. That place, no.
What are you doing here?
Nothing in here.
You drink a lot of apple juice.
I'm almost correct. Thank you for telling me. Next time I will tell them 82.
I didn't think I was going to make it. That's a long time. How high is that? About 2,000 feet?
Here,
No,
the Great Wall.
yeah, that's a peak.
The feet, I do not know feet. How much feet? Oh yeah,
Meters?
that's 3 feet is 1 meter. Is that right?
close.
So that's almost. You're right. Yeah, 3,000.
See?
Yes.
The police don't arrest people who are
Yes, that's against the law. You see, that's actually.
Black
You
mark
know,
per-
we have. Well, we. Yes. Oh, that's yes. I'm just going to tell you. And first of all, you see that's because today is cloudy, you cannot see it clearly. Actually, over there is a big, large piece of water. There's a big reservoir. That's called the 13 Minton Reservoir. Later on the way back, we came past, but I'm not sure whether you can see that. And also you see that at the foot of the hill, there are small buildings. You see straight ahead, there is a red building with yellow roof. So each building is a tomb. Altogether, 13 is kind of tombs around this place. But because the others are not open yet, so that's the only one we can take you to see this. Yeah. And now after the year, when you take the photo, just inside this building, this is the pavilion building, and inside there is a big monument. The monument says that's the 13th emperor's tomb behind. Just say that's the 13th emperor. That's his name carved on it, just like that.
Is that what it says in the other buildings over there? Just identifies the emperor?
That's another emperor's tomb.
What is that? Is that what the building has a monument on?
Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah. You can take some photos
Go ahead. Ooh. Oh.
That's a good angle.
Here's our favorite new tree, a locust tree. I'm going to take a picture while I'm...
If you can see
This thing's breaking.
I know it is.
1, 2... When do you hit it? Over here?
Yeah, the big circle.
Yeah. A little surprise shopping area. It's been kind of slow here, obviously. Carved in 1429, 36 stone statues. And we're going to walk the next mile to see them. Beginning of the Ming Dynasty.
And these are just according to their ranks in the court. So they are standing here, for the died spirit for the emperor. So there are 8 civil officials we will pass, and then there are 4 military officers we will pass in front.
Now, is this for all 13 of the tombs, or just this one particular one?
No, all of them. For the 13. That means they carved the tombs behind.
This is relatively new, then, right?
Yeah.
This is relatively new.
This is recent though. That's all of them. That used to be dirt only.
Really?
Yeah. That's why it's closed.
There. You see the size of the rock?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Manually dropping it.
The restoration.
Yeah.
What is the influence?
Local warlord. There, we're working on these guys.
He said, we got to put it to work.
Be nice someday.
You taking his butt?
Yeah.
Another bun shot.
Another bun shot.
Our group, I don't know.
They're into buns.
I don't think they even have a split story in our program.
That's the one who's not either one. It's more inspirational kind of.
Well, no, it's based on, they're both based on TPA in high school.
I don't know what
Now see, at UCLA, I was the inspirational one.
Oh, really? Good for you.
Yeah. Well, whatever the one is called, whatever the one is called, there's two. There's one.
See, the one with the
that's more
GPA is
based
the person.
This guy just knows what's going on. Making the noise? You know, I think there might be cicadas. Yeah, well, I don't know. It could be either one of them, Bill. We have cicadas for about 1 week a year in Phoenix. They come up from Mexico. They sound just like that. But they could be locust.
I'm trying to remember what they call this tree.
Has the wind.
I hope you can hear the locusts. This is the walkway. We started the sacred walk to the 13 tombs. She has been wonderful.
What's the turtle?
The turtle's 300.
The turtle means have a lot of power. So that's turtle means power and longevity.
So it's carrying all the history of your civilization?
So means power. So that means it carries.
Yeah, what does all this say here?
This is the brief history of the Ming Dynasty. That's written by the emperor from the Qing Dynasty.
And so this is a monument erected to the Ming Dynasty?
Yeah, right. That's
that one's very good.
Yeah, because you see, actually, the Ming Dynasty was not overthrown by the Qing Dynasty. It was overthrown by the Farmers' Rebellion. You saw the man's statue by his army. So actually, the Ming Dynasty collapsed very quickly, and the emperor in the Qing Dynasty actually they showed pity to the Ming Dynasty. So they showed sympathy to that. So they declared that the emperor at that time how the
I think this looks a lot like a totem pole. Reminds me of Alaska. So I had to get it. It's at the back of the tomb. Of course, there's one on each side. Going too fast. Where's it? Right there. And here's Brian. Oh, he just walked away, gave up. They're so desperate. Hello. Everyone knows hello. There. Bye-bye.
Yeah, I
They got that from the other. Did you get a better view than I got?
Marble Arch. That's the beginning of the tomb area.
13 tombs. One is excavated.
because you see the emperor, each emperor have a model.
So you can see.
That's the first part.
This street is recently built. Just only 5 or 6 years ago, the street was built. Before, this is a large place for the farmland.
Back there was a stadium. I guess we're not going to see it. There it is, a little piece of it.
We got $50 million in the bank. Are we investigating?
Yeah, I saw that.
Modernization.
Pretty ratty.
What do we have? I said, well,
It's kind of ratty looking.
I just don't understand why we can't.
All right, what's the name?
It's the temple.
What's temple?
The temple. The temple. Llama. That's right.
What's a
Who said
llama?
llama?
Temple Lama? Lama temple?
That's the damn bookworm you.
What is it? Is it the Temple Lama?
I have to redeem myself.
Not a chance.
Back in Beijing.
He said that the day
Nightfall.
you take this over,
10 million people?
Rush hour?
7
already
million
had the
bicycles?
words.
1 million cars. About 10 miles of freeway from the airport downtown.
Now you can look at on your right, this a big building is a Swiss hotel, and also it's also called the Hong Kong and Macau Center. On the left, there's another newly built 4-star hotel.
For me, the big question is, since I'm not particularly attached to this industry, I don't have any industry. I don't really like it. My job is within managing companies selling parts, be widgets, anything. The question is, at my age, is it time to move to another industry? Or do I stick around there for supply line and find myself still?
Saw my first guy on a bicycle with a business suit on.
But eventually, there's been questions that
Can't find a little kid to wave at.
move to Europe and I don't because I
The what
And
sheet?
this Wimbledon Stadium was built in 1959, and it's divided into two parts. One is called the outdoor stadium, and the other is the indoor stadium. And both of them can hold 80,000 people at one time.
The workers stadium.
all those consulting what we did with Warner
Yeah, that's they are practicing for the events, for the opening ceremony. That's a practicing for that. That will happen on 4th of September.
Here's where all the teenage kids are. Been wondering where they are.
You know what they're doing?
Yeah, there's all the teenagers.
They're practicing.
Yep.
They're studying. Wow.
interesting. Small computer airline that just and he's going to put together
Out.
Oh.
That's another part of the stadium.
I'm ready to eat someplace here. I'm not ready to eat.
well, we
7
had a
o'clock
late
yet.
lunch, huh?
Very.
But I don't know if
I
it's
have
true
to
that
ask
those
the police whether, well, if we turn around, it's okay to go to that place or not. If we cannot, we have to just change another restaurant because I personally have no right to do that. So I have to. I will go back to my office first, and then you will have the dinner in the other restaurant. That's very near to our hotel, just behind our hotel.
Okay. So
Okay.
how come we can't go to this one?
They close the street off.
Close the street.
We can walk.
There's a bar, not a restaurant.
I mean, we walked before.
Yeah. Did you walk? The humidity all day. You were a trooper today, I'll tell you what. Gosh, I don't know how you did that. I stopped. I didn't go as far as that.
You guys hear bells?
I went up to the place with the towers, with the...
That me. Try Brian. Keep passing around the table.
Are we ready? Everyone.
We're out of here.
We're out of here.
Nice shirt.
Thank you. Still got your water. Looks like this is what I'm wearing.
Otherwise, you go to the other side, that's the shop.
Well, let's see here. It's Friday morning. Somebody playing tennis out there.
It was misty enough this morning that you couldn't see the trees.
Looking south.
Get that palace over there.
Oh yeah, there's a little something over there. Tape on our video some of our impressions. We've got about 5 minutes here.
Okay.
And so we'll finish this roll up that way, this tape. Mine was, when we got off the airplane at the Beijing airport, was the distinctive smell that we thought at first had something to do with the airport or jet fuel or something, but it's basically throughout the whole city.
I think it's a soy sauce smell.
It has, we haven't been able to put a finger on it. We don't know what it is, but at first it doesn't smell particularly good, but then you get used to it. Even the hotel has a bit of it. The side of the road.
Bob, you had this on standby. Does that mean it wasn't recording at all? Yeah, you did.
The whole thing.
Yep. Now it's on record.